The things that the intel community could do to restore trust is declassify things that have no legitimate reason to be secret, like any files pertaining to the Kennedy assassination from 62 years ago. And yet they are ferocious, the CIA in particular, ferocious opponent. In fact, because I bumped up against it myself, ferocious opponents of declassifying that information. Why do you think that is?
There is a sort of a reflexive circling of wagons when it comes to secrecy in the IC. I think in the case of the Kennedy assassination, and probably things certainly dating back maybe even less than that, there's an overwhelming public benefit to sharing that data.
In that specific case, it was so long ago, so many books have been written about it. It's a cliche, it's almost a parody at this point. The Kennedy assassination, it's like, if you can't give an inch on that, and by the way, as of 2 weeks ago, I happen to know, they were still fighting it like ferociously. No, you cannot appoint that person. That person might disclose those files. What is that?
So what I'll say next, I'll say as a person who spent most of my adult life, in the intel community, I would be very curious as to how somebody would try to justify that. I mean, the only thing that I could think of is that, government files would include theories of crime or an event that later get to be disproven. So in the early days of, some kind of an event, you're going to have agencies and parts of your agency generate things. But I think American democracy can handle that. And
it demands it. Who's the president of the United States?
The president has absolute declassification authorities.
Where?
So people can dislike it, but if the president says, you will declassify everything related to subject X, his declassification authority is as broad and absolute as his pardon power.
Why would Pompeo fight so hard to keep those files secret?
I really don't know. If the president had said that they wanted something declassified, I don't understand why they would say that, they would push back on it.
Do you think CIA had a role in the president's murder in 1963?
I personally don't. If I had to guess, could I see a situation where dots didn't get connected that should have been connected? Things dropped off the table. Somebody looked at a piece of information and said, well, that's not really all that important. That said, I have friends of mine who are retired, CIA officers who at least entertain the idea that the agency of 1962 or 1963, it's possible.
Now, really, they're still there sitting in a manila folder, like telling us who the assassin was working for or whatever, telling us the truth. I have a lot of trouble believing they'd still be there if they were ever there.